Everybody, so today we're going to talk about 4 animals in the animal kingdom, and I know there are a lot of different animals, but they generally all fall into these 4 categories. Okay, so with the first animal we're going to talk about, and here's the thing: you can become whichever animal you choose to become. Whatever animal you are right now, you can transmute yourself into the next one, or to either whether you're going above or below. Either one, it doesn't really matter, but it's just whichever one you decide you want to be. So first one is the water buffalo. Now, who is the water buffalo? The water buffalo, what's the nature of the water buffalo? The nature of the water buffalo is to walk around in a herd, to be a part of the pack, to be an animal that just on his day-to-day lifestyle is just looking for water and grass, just food and water. That's his existence, to be a part of this herd looking for food and water, and it is prey. The water buffalo is prey. So when you think about that the water buffalo is prey, now every now and then you'll find an instance where the water buffalo will get together and they'll attack the predator, and they might do all kinds of things to injure the predator, and sometimes even run the predator away. But it's only temporary. Much like that, we will at times, the herd, the pack, will have a revolution, that they will have a movement that changes the scope of things, but generally this is only temporary. But you still need, a bull water buffalo to lead that rally, but it's only a temporary thing. Eventually you become part of just a pack. You become prey once again, and as prey you're just looking for food and water, and that is your daily life until you die. Now, this is likened to a person who just gets a job or just has an existence, right? You're just looking for food and water daily. And then once you either work yourself to death, or you work yourself into a portion where you call retirement, and then you're dependent upon a retirement program to provide for you, but it doesn't do enough for you. This is the animal that strays away from the herd, that becomes old and sick, and now you're susceptible to whatever the predators have in mind for you. So, are you a water buffalo? The next animal is the scavenger, is the vulture. Now, the vulture is interesting. The vulture will fly around. It never conquers anything. It never stakes out a territory. It just flies around, generally with a group. Not a pack, not a herd, but just a group. Right? And in that grouping, it flies around looking for diseased or dying or dead animals. And it waits for things to happen so that it can then find nourishment. Right? It's kind of like when we had the housing boom go. Many people waited and waited and waited and waited and waited. And by the time that they got involved in it, they picked up the scraps, the pieces. They invested money and time into something that the opportunity had already passed, because they're merely just scavengers looking for what's left over, what a predator has left over, what something that has gotten sick and dying has left over. Oftentimes these people can also be criminals. These are the people who scam other people by preying on the weak, preying on the weak-minded, preying on the old, preying on the infirmed. All right, so are you a scavenger? Are you just waiting to see what the system provides for you? We can also say this is a type person who sits on welfare and food stamps and don't do anything to make their lives better, but just scavenge. Allow something else, allow the system, the world ecosystem to take care of it. Now, this other person, we're going to call them a hyena. Why a hyena? What is the nature of the hyena? The nature of the hyena is that it is a predator. It will find a baby, or it will find a small animal, or it will find a weak animal or a dying animal, and it will attack. All right, it usually comes into a small pack, like wolves. It'll come into a small pack, and they'll attack, and they will at times carve out, a piece for themselves. This is like your doctors and lawyers. These are your high management people. These is also your mom and pop businesses. These are the people who will carve out a little niche for themselves. But it's just for themselves. It's just a job that they created for themselves. It's just a lifestyle they created for themselves. And they may make pretty good money. They may have better investments so that their retirement can last them longer, can actually last till they die. But even within their retirement, they're very mindful and watchful. Because just like a hyena, anytime it eats, it is very mindful and watchful of all its surroundings, because it knows that at any moment something larger can come and take its place. Something larger can take everything from it that it has went out and gained. And a lot of people can get comfortable in this spot. And a lot of people who are prey, they may often look to get to this place. But here's the thing, and we're going to go into the next animal at this point. If ever a lion comes into play, if ever a lion walks up on a pack of hyenas, the lion will take what the hyena has conquered. See, the lion is the king. The lion, when it first comes out of its original pride, and see, understand this, and first let's get something straight. I'm saying lion, but lion in the idea of transgender. You can be a lion regardless of your physical body. You can be a lion spiritually, you can be a lion mentally. All right, so it doesn't matter if you're male or female. We'll get to the lionesses in a minute. But a lion, when it first leaves its pack, it goes out and it stakes its own territory. It will find a piece of land. It will find an area to which it becomes the owner and ruler of it. And it bellows out. Once it's conquered all other predators in this area, it bellows out to let people know, this is my land. Now, when a lion is first out there, it hunts for himself. The lion will hunt for himself first. And he will, and when the lion captures a healthy, a sick, it doesn't matter what the water buffalo is. It doesn't matter what the prey is. When it doesn't matter how healthy it is. When it captures it and it takes it down, the lion consumes it without worry of anything taking it from it. The only thing that can take what a lion has conquered is another lion. A hyena cannot take it. All right? It won't happen. A water buffalo can't take it. A vulture can't take it. They may come and pester. They may come and bother. And yes, there is the rarity, like I said, with the water buffalo, when they have a movement, when they have a revolution, that they may get a lion to get, they may move a lion away. But 99% of the time, it does not happen. Now, once the lion has established itself, once it's taken the territory, because a hyena cannot have a territory where there is a lion. But once the lion has taken the territory, it bellows out and it calls and it forms its pride. Now, once it forms his own pride, now, yes, the lionesses go out and they do almost all the hunting. But when they hunt and they find something, the first person to eat is the lion. So when you build a company, you don't build a company that's a mom and pop. You build a system. See, the lion has a system that it builds. It stakes out its territory. It makes sure everybody knows this is mine. And then once it has determined it, then the other lionesses come, and then now they work the system as far as hunting, and then the lion comes and consumes. So when you build your company based on a system, not on you. On a system, not on you. And then when your company is working in that format, the other lionesses go out and do the work. They go out and do the sales. They go out and do the marketing. They go out and do everything. They do all the work. And then, but you as the lion, you consume the greater portion. Then the lionesses consume the portion after that. And what's left over goes to the hyenas and the vultures. You see how it works? That's life. That's the real circle of life. All right, that's Lion King right there. All day long. So you choose the animal you are. I am a lion. I can't be anything other than that. What animal are you? And the beauty of it is that you can transmute yourself to whatever animal you choose to be. So hey, I just want to know in the comments below, I want to know, what animal are you and what animal are you becoming? What animal do you want to be? Y'all have a great day.